Good afternoon, everybody. It's Jed Joling with eXp Realty, here to give you your Southern Oregon market update for today, Monday, December 12th. And I'm doing it from my home office today because I didn't want to have any distractions out and about, because I've got a lot of stats to go through. We've got some November statistics to also roll through, so we're going to jump right in. Starting with inventory. Today we are at 1,019 single family homes active on the market between Jackson and Josephine counties. We had 76 new listings last week, 65 went pending, 58 closed, and 29 expired or canceled listing contracts. Nothing too out of the ordinary there compared to our 4-week average. We were up 14 on the new count compared to the 4-week average, so that was good. But nothing else other than that. Everything was pretty close. So a snapshot of that week brings us to just over 4 months of inventory. Our mortgage rates right now, national average for our 30-year conventional is 6.38%. Locally, you can find that for about 6.25%. And then our FHA 30-year is 5.5 to 5.75, depending on credit and whatnot. So we're going to jump into comparing November of 2022 to November of 2021. And this is where I was a bit shocked. I knew that the number was definitely going to be higher than it's been the last couple of months, but this is where I was shocked. So last November of 2021, we sold 471 residential homes between Jackson and Josephine counties. This year, November 2022, we sold 250 homes. So quick math would tell you that's pretty close to 50%. And if you type the numbers in the calculator, it's 46.9%. So that's huge. That's a big number. I was expecting a little bit more like 35%, because I keep in tune with this every week. And just in talking to people, I was like, well, we're going to definitely see a lot less homes sold this November than last, and more so than October versus previous October, September versus previous September. Those were lower, but not this low. So first thing comes to my mind is that's a huge difference. And there's a lot of real estate brokers in this valley. There's a lot of lenders, there's a lot of appraisers, and there's also a lot of home inspectors. And you can go as far as everything else, photography, stagers, everything. But that's essentially cutting that pay almost in half for that pool of people that works in the real estate industry. So it's going to affect some people for certain. And I'm not sure how long it's going to last, whether, we're going to bounce right back this spring. It's certainly a possibility because rates have been improving since a couple of months ago when they hit their highs around 7.25 to 7.5. So they've been improving, getting better. So it's the slow time of the year. We're right around Christmas here almost. So it's going to be slower, but it's much slower than it was last year. Our lockbox activity is down 23.5%, which is not as much as I thought. But if you think about it, people are shopping around, looking around a lot more than they were last year before buying, because now they have time. Things are not selling near as fast. Our Josephine County average days on market is 62 days, and our Jackson County average days on market is 50 days. So those were, just measured in a week or two here a year ago. Things were selling so fast. So much higher days on market now. So we're going to look back at this same week now that we're over with November stats. We're going to look back at this same week a year ago. So my market update, my market report from December 13th last year, looking at the week of the 7th through the 12th, we had inventory of 672. We had 87 new listings that week, 112 pending, and 98 closed. And the closed one is the one I want to focus on because compared to this week, 98 versus 58, so that's 40. So if you do the math on that, that's about 41%. So it's pretty close to that 46.9%, 47% that we saw for the month of November. The one that nobody wants to hear, what the mortgage rate was a year ago today was 3.15% compared to 6.38% today on the national 30-year fixed. the average for that. That's doubled. Our inventory's nearly doubled. So there's not as many houses, not as many places selling as there was, simply because a lot of people can't afford it, and that's as simple as it is. I'm going to go back. Median sales price for Jackson County in November 2021. That was $427,000. November of 2022 is $453,000. And the average sales price still in Jackson County for November 2021 was $468,000, and the average for November of 2022 was $461,000. So it's actually lower than it was, and that doesn't necessarily correlate directly to home value, but the home values have come down. Whether or not they've come down 5 or 10%, I'd have to go and do a whole another look at data to figure that out exactly. For Josephine County, for the median sales price, 2021 in November is $405,000, 2022 $400,000, and the average sales price was $410,000 for both November 2021 and November 2022, which was interesting. It didn't really change, or it did change and then came back and was the same. So yeah, there's definitely some great information to be had there. I was mostly shocked by the nearly 47% less sold listings in November of 2022 compared to 21. And I'm sure a lot of people, if they hear that, are going to be shocked about that, because I don't think that people necessarily know that's how much of a difference there is in deals being sold right now. But that's what it is. So that's it for me. So if you guys looking to sell, buy, feel free to get a hold of me. Phone, text, email. Happy to answer questions too, if that's what you got. If you're looking for a great lender, I can certainly link you up with one. There's 3 listed in my Southern Oregon market report down at the bottom, the newsletter portion. Take a look at that, and you can get a hold of them either by me or through there. That's it for me. So you guys all have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday. And it's time to get your Christmas shopping done, so better get on it. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.